The internet is on fire again, and this time it is not just about Sonia, not just about Bryan, and not even about Maurice alone, but about the triangle that fans cannot stop debating. Everywhere you turn online, fans are talking, whispering, screaming, and even arguing loudly in comment sections over whether Sonia looks more natural and more at ease when she is with Bryan compared to when she is with Maurice. The conversation has become the new obsession for movie lovers, gossip fans, and even casual social media users who were not expecting this twist but suddenly find themselves pulled deep into the debate. Before I dive all the way into this gist, let me remind you to please hit the subscribe button on my channel right now so you don't miss any of the hottest and juiciest updates as they drop. If you thought you have seen drama, then this gist will show you that Nollywood is cooking something even hotter than you imagined. Now, the debate started from what looked like a harmless comparison. Fans have been shipping Sonia with Maurice for a long time, especially because of their undeniable on-screen chemistry. Anytime Sonia and Maurice share the screen, it feels like magic, it feels like sparks are flying, and it feels like love is so real you could almost touch it. People have even said that their connection is the kind that makes you forget you are watching a movie, you begin to feel as if you are intruding into someone's private love story. That is how strong their presence is. But just when everyone thought Sonia and Maurice were the only perfect pairing Nollywood has right now, Bryan came into the conversation and changed the game entirely. Bryan and Sonia have been spotted together in different places, and even though their bond has not been overly exaggerated in the media, the little that fans have seen has been enough to cause a major stir. Recently, a video clip where Bryan was seen congratulating Sonia on her latest project went viral, and the internet went wild over the energy they shared. Some fans said Sonia's laughter looked lighter, her smile seemed brighter, and her whole body language felt more natural around Bryan than it has ever appeared around Maurice. That single observation birthed a wave of comparisons, and suddenly the conversation is no longer about whether Sonia and Maurice have chemistry, it is about whether that chemistry looks scripted compared to the effortless flow Sonia seems to have with Bryan. Comments flooded social media platforms with people choosing sides. On one hand, there are die-hard Maurice and Sonia fans who will never accept that anyone else could possibly match Sonia better. They insist that Maurice and Sonia are simply unbeatable because what they have on screen cannot be faked, that it is too powerful and too smooth to be compared to anything else. They argue that Sonia's connection with Bryan is only new and fresh, but it cannot stand the test of time like her long history with Maurice. On the other hand, Bryan's fans, and even neutral observers, are claiming that sometimes fresh energy reveals what real comfort looks like, and Sonia with Bryan looks more like a woman being herself without effort, without pretense, and without any script in between. That, according to them, is the real definition of being natural. The debate has grown so heated that even celebrities and influencers have started dropping their own subtle comments. Some Nollywood colleagues of Sonia have liked posts that highlight her bond with Bryan, while others still stand strongly in support of Sonia and Maurice as the unbeatable pair. For the fans, this is pure entertainment, but for Sonia, Bryan, and Maurice, people are starting to wonder if all this public attention is beginning to affect their personal dynamics. After all, how easy can it be when the entire country is debating who you look better and more natural with? What makes this gist even more engaging is the fact that Sonia herself has not openly addressed the matter. That silence has fueled speculation that maybe she enjoys the attention, maybe she is aware of the comparisons, and maybe she is even allowing fans to keep debating because, in truth, it helps her stay in the spotlight. The more people talk about Sonia, the more she trends, and the more her projects get attention. Bryan too has remained quiet about the matter, only dropping casual posts and comments that keep fans guessing. But Maurice's camp seems a little more unsettled. There are whispers that he is not entirely comfortable with the constant comparisons and that the more fans push this "Sonia looks more natural with Bryan" narrative, the more he begins to feel like his long-standing bond with Sonia is being questioned. Whether or not that is true, fans are already speculating, and that speculation is giving the gist even more wings. The craziest part of all this is how far fans are willing to go just to prove their point. Some fans have gone back to dig up old clips and pictures of Sonia with Bryan to analyze her expressions, her posture, and her tone whenever she is around him. Others have done the same for her with Maurice, putting both sets of evidence side by side as if they are in a courtroom presenting their final case. Memes are flying everywhere, with some fans joking that Sonia should just make a poll and let the world decide who she looks better with once and for all. Others have created funny edits putting Sonia in between Bryan and Maurice, with captions like, "Choose your fighter," or, "The battle for Sonia's natural smile." In the middle of all this noise, one thing is certain: Sonia has managed to capture the hearts of fans in a way very few actresses can. Whether she is with Bryan or with Maurice, she is still the center of the gist, and that shows just how powerful her influence is in Nollywood right now. People are not just watching her movies, they are studying her relationships, her body language, her smiles, and her silences. Every move she makes becomes content, every gesture becomes a gist, and every appearance becomes a headline. And this particular debate about who she looks more natural with has elevated her to a new level of attention. Some fans are even predicting that producers might take advantage of this buzz and start casting Sonia and Bryan together more often just to test the waters. If audiences respond well, we could see a whole new pairing rise to prominence, one that could even rival the Sonia and Maurice duo. Imagine Sonia and Bryan headlining a major romantic blockbuster. Fans would rush to the cinemas just to see if the natural chemistry they have been talking about truly translates on screen. On the other side, producers may also want to double down on Sonia and Maurice, just to remind fans that no one can touch the magic they create together. Either way, Sonia wins because she remains the face everyone wants to see. The conversation has even spilled into real-life relationship debates. Some people are using Sonia's situation as an example in discussions about whether comfort and natural flow matter more than history and chemistry. Others are drawing lessons about how sometimes new people in your life can reveal a side of you that long-time companions may not always bring out. Whether intentionally or not, Sonia has become a case study for fans who are mixing Nollywood gist with personal philosophies. At the heart of it all, one thing cannot be denied: this gist is hot, it is juicy, and it has the internet hooked. Fans keep refreshing their feeds waiting for new pictures, new videos, or even a single comment that could tilt the debate one way or the other. Nobody wants to miss the moment Sonia might finally speak, or Bryan might drop a cheeky comment, or Maurice might indirectly respond. And you, my dear listener, do not want to miss it either. That is why I will remind you once again to subscribe to my channel right now, because as soon as there is an update, I will be the one bringing it straight to you fresh, detailed, and sizzling. For now, the gist continues to spread like wildfire. Whether you are Team Bryan, Team Maurice, or simply Team Sonia, you cannot deny that this debate is giving you life and entertainment in a way no scripted movie could. It is real, it is raw, it is exciting, and it is unpredictable. And that is why everyone is watching closely to see what will happen next. Will Sonia and Bryan begin to appear together more often and fuel the natural chemistry narrative? Will Sonia and Maurice step up their public appearances to remind fans who truly owns the crown of chemistry? Or will Sonia shock everyone by revealing her real preference and shutting down the debate once and for all? Time will tell, but until then, the gist is hot, the fans are restless, and the streets of social media are buzzing with one burning question: who does Sonia truly look more natural with, Bryan or Maurice?